Alright, hello, my wonderful students. This is the last part of Foldable number 5, which just happens to be the last part of this section 6.4, writing expressions in the simplest form. I know you're sad, you want more, it's okay, there's more to come in the next section, so let's just get these done. I don't know what happened, but this is supposed to be a division symbol. Write it as a division symbol. I know this, I don't know, I think I was trying to write in Japanese or something, but it is a division symbol. So we have y to the 5 over 8 divided by y to the 1/2. Just wanted to cover all bases so you guys can see how this is going to be, because I know Math Excel as well as the math book as well as your quizzes as well as everything else is going to be in different forms. But if you're uncomfortable with this form, we're always welcome to put it in fraction form. All we have to do is put this one in the numerator, which is our y to the 5/8, and then put this one in the denominator, and it's the same thing what we've been doing, just kind of repeating it. Once again, we're going to use our wonderful Q rule, which by now you know this is our quotient rule. And we're going to go ahead and do that in blue still. So we're going to have our y to the 5/8, and we're going to subtract our 1/2 to it here and our thing. So we can't reduce this one, but we can change the LCD, or we can find the LCD. And we know that 2 can go into 8 by multiplying it by 4, so our LCD is going to be 4. Once again, LCD, if you forget, it's the lowest common denominator, or it's basically based off the lowest common multiple was the LCM, but since we're looking for the denominators here, it's the lowest common denominator, which would be the lowest common multiple of the denominator. That being said, that means we can change our y from 5/8, well, that would stay the same, but we're going to subtract by 1/2, and we're going to change this by multiplying by 1 in the form of 4 over 4. Now we can go ahead and rewrite this as 4 times 8, which is what we need to solve this problem. So this is going to be equal to y, these are all kind of equal to y to the 5 over 8 minus 4 over 8. And now it's just simple subtraction. 5 minus 4 is 1. The denominators do not change when you're doing adding or subtracting, only when you're multiplying and dividing. So this is going to be y to the 1 over 8, which is our exponential form. But this can also equal, if we do it in our radical form, of the 8th root of y. So this one, you kind of have the two answers here. Once again, when we're doing exams and quizzes, I'm not really going to penalize you for either or, unless it's specifically asking you for an exponential one or a radical one. So just kind of like pay attention to that. But just so you know, a majority of the time, I would say about 90% of the time, either answer will be acceptable. Okay, so the last one here, we have another division problem. We have 12x to the 8th power divided by, remember, fraction symbols mean division, by 75y to the 10th. And everything's going to be to the 1/2 power. Because we're doing everything to the 1/2 power, I'm just going to go ahead and redo this one red. We're going to be distributing the 1/2 to every single thing. So 12, the 8 to the x, or so the x to the 8, the 75, and to the 10th, or y to the 10th. So we're going to go ahead and rewrite this. We'll keep it in black, so it's in the same line here. So we're going to go ahead and have our 12. We're going to write that to the 1/2 power. Then we have our x to the 8th in parentheses to the 1/2 power. Then divide our division line. And we're going to have our 75 to the, you guessed it, 1/2 power. And last but not least, we're going to have our y to the 10th in parentheses to the 1/2 power. You guys are going to get at this. All right. So, and this was basically the power of products, just how it works. Now we're going to go ahead and rewrite this here. We know that since both of these are to the 1/2 power, they're both going to be under the same square root. That means we can rewrite this one in blue, and we'll have 12 over 75. But instead of writing 1/2, we can rewrite this in radical form. This is going to be, if I can do it like this, over 1. So it's going to be 8 over 2, which is equal to 4. So it's going to be x to the 4th power over 10 over 1, so 10 times 1 is 10 over 2, which is y to the 5th power, which, that's already all finished and done, which is great. Now all we have to do is kind of simplify this here, and we'll do this over here in red as a side note. And then this is going to kind of fall down, and whatever we have in front is going to be what we got. So this here is going to be equal to our, kind of like set it up in primes. So if we have our, once again, we're going to separate this. I'm not really sure how far we're going to go down, so I'll separate it after, but I just want to separate it from this. We have our 12 root over 75. 12 can be written as 2 times 6, and 6 can be written as 2 times 2. So this can actually be written as our, I can actually just go down to not take that space on this side. So 12 is 6 and 2, and then this is 3 and 2. So 12 can be written as the square root of 3 times 2 times 2. This is going to go all the way down because we're going to get 75 as well. 75 I'll do in green up here just to get it out of the way. Can be written as 2 times 25, and 25 can be written as 5 times 5. So this can be written as 2 times 5 times 5. We do have one set of 2's in common that can come out. That means we're going to have a radical times, so it's going to be a 3 here, so this 2 is going to be fine. It's going to be a 3 times 25. I forgot that 75 cents is 3/4, not 2/4. So that means our 3's are going to be the ones that reduce. I was going to say this was supposed to come out kind of weird, so let me rewrite this here. So this is going to come out as 3 times 2 times 2, and the denominator was going to be 3 times 5 times 5. So now our 3's will reduce, leaving us with 2 pairs. So this would be the square root of 2 squared and 5 squared, which comes out to be 2 over 5. So now we can plug this in here. So we have 2 over 5 times our x to the 4th over y to the 5th, and we can combine them in green to get our final answer would be 2x to the 4th over 5y to the 5th.